What's up, peeps? It's Chev'sRC's back with another video. Today I got the Slash GT build. I posted up a few photos of this build on YouTube a couple of days ago, and I've been meaning to get a video of it, just showcasing the build and what I've done to it so far, but I've been so busy just dealing with work and everything else that I haven't had time. But today I'm off, and today I got a little bit of time, so I said, hey, let me do a quick little video for you guys, just to introduce you to the build, what I have done to it, and what are the future plans. So as you can see, it's an Alfa Romeo DTM. The reason why I went with this body is because I've always had a sweet spot for DTM vehicles. I've always followed the series, especially 90s DTM, and I've always loved the Alfa Romeo. Traditionally, you'll see a red or a white Alfa. I wanted to go with something a little different, so I did the dark gray metallic with the white stickers and the yellow wheels. Also got some blue accents on there as well, just to throw it off a little bit. I love it. I think it looks good. I think it came out great. It's not going to be everybody's forte, but that's cool. You know, you do you. All right. I wanted to go with the gray. Normally people would do red. I wanted to be out of the ordinary, so I went with gray. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. It is what it is. But I hope that it appeases some of the people that watch. All right, guys. Let me take this off right here and let me show you the build. So this Slash started off as a roller. It's a 4x4 Ultimate LCG roller. I got it on eBay for a pretty good price. I actually thought the price was actually cheap considering what they go for. It didn't come with the GTR shocks, so I went ahead and I picked up some GTR shocks off of Jenny's RC. I got these for a really good deal, all for when I got them. I took them apart, bled them, make sure everything was good, added some 80 weight fluid all around, and also added some VG springs for just a little bit more stiffness, because I do feel like the GTR shocks, the stock springs that come with the GTR shocks are just not firm enough for what I'm trying to do. So I went with some VGs. I also did some stabilizer bars. I don't know if you can see them right here. Added some GPM stabilizer bars. Had to get rid of the camber links, but you can still adjust your camber, and you could also adjust your caster, and it also adds a boatload of stability to the front end. This does have toe links, so you can adjust your toe as well. Future plans, I am going to add an aluminum bell crank. There's just so much play in the plastic bell crank, so I'm definitely going to go with an aluminum bell crank later on. I went ahead also and added hot racing roll cage. This is a roll cage, but it also does add a boatload of stability to the chassis. This chassis had some flex in it, but now there's no flex in the chassis whatsoever. So that could be a good thing or that could be a bad thing. We'll see once we get this car out on the track and we race it. I do plan on getting some more beefier shocks. I love the GTR shocks, but they're not going to be good enough for what I'm trying to do. I feel like they're just a little too soft. Even with the thicker fluid and firm springs, yeah, it made it better, but still way too bouncy, way too much travel there. I don't, it's just not stiff enough for the weight of the car. I feel these platforms are heavy, and I do feel like the GTR shocks are not really that good on these platforms. I know a lot of people may disagree, but that's just how I feel, especially for what I'm trying to do. So Serpent Racing, they have the SRX 8 scale GT car. I went ahead and I ordered a set of shocks from the SR8 GT from Serpent, so I'm going to be fitting those on here. Hopefully they work out good. They are the same size all the way around, but they are a beefier shocks and they are made for a heavier vehicle. So hopefully that'll do some justice on this platform, and also you know, help it to handle way better than what it does now. What else I got done to this? As far as the power system goes, I'm using a Max 10 censored power system in here. This is a 3200 kV 3665, which is a great system. I mean, this thing moves, but you also have to keep in mind that this is a heavier car and the temperatures do get hot. If you're easy on the throttle, you know, it can last a little while, but the temperatures do get hot and you can run through batteries. So future plans for this is going to be XC, ESC, E8 censored combo, which is going to be a 4278 2250 kV setup censored. So I'm not running 6S. You can run 6S on that, but this car is going to stay either between 3 and 4S, and I'm going with a bigger setup primarily because of runtime and because of heating issues. So while you're on track, the last thing you want is a thermal cutoff. Like, you just don't want that. So not cool. I did take this car out, but the alignment was off. You know, my camera, everything was off on the car, so it didn't drive that good. So I am getting an 8th scale setup station, and I will be doing an alignment on this car. I am going to be looking for some setup sheets online to see what other Slash guys are doing and what would they recommend. And I will start with like a base setup, and then I will work my way from there. So whatever I feel like the car needs, whether it's more camber, less camber, more toe, less toe, I'll figure that out when I get to the track. But for now, I do want to put like a nice base setup on here to where I could get the car out and have some fun with it. As far as the servo goes, I'm going with a Savox 1212 coreless servo, one of the best servos on the market. If you could find one, go ahead and pick one up. It's super fast and super durable. They're a little noisy, but that's cool. Like, it really doesn't bother me much. The Slash Ultimates do come with sway bars, front and rear. I tightened up both front and rear. The rear I tightened up more than the front. I just left the front just a little more loose than the rear. I feel like it helps the rear to be a little bit more stable. So yeah, another thing I'm doing, I'm also going to be adding a center diff. Right now I'm running the slipper, and it's okay. It handles all right, but the center diff is going to get this thing to handle way better. I went ahead and I put 100K diff fluid in the front, 10K in the rear. I do feel like the front could be a little bit more stiff, but I'm not going to touch it until I get that center diff. I'll put the center diff in, and then we will go from there. But guys, that's really it with the build. Nothing too crazy. I'm loving the progress so far. I'm calling this V1 of the GT Slash. The next version will be V2, and I will have a V3. I plan on going crazy with this setup. I want to get the best out of this Slash, and that's what I plan on doing. And I want you guys on this journey with me. We're going to learn about the Slash together, and we're going to make it better together. I have other GT platforms as well that I am going to bring to the channel. But let's focus on the Slash right now. Let's get this one done, and then I'll introduce the other platforms that I have as well. The other 8th scale platforms I have are GT cars. I'm turning this into a GT car, so it's not a GT car. So we'll see how it keeps up on my Habaos and on my other 8th scale platforms. But for now, I'm liking the way this build is coming along. I'm also learning so much about the platform. These Slash platforms are absolutely amazing. They have so much potential. And there's so much parts availability for these platforms. You could do whatever you want with a Slash. You could do speed runs. You could do short course truck racing. You could do GT racing. You could do whatever you want. Another thing to keep in mind, guys, if you are going to build a GT Slash, you're going to have to run, I don't know if you can see it in here, but I did run some hot racing 10mm spacers. You're gonna have to run some 10mm spacers if you do want to get your traditional 3 10mm wide bodies on here. Your traditional GT body is going to be 310 millimeters wide and 325 millimeters in length. So remember, if you do want to run a GT body on one of these cars, you will have to get 10mm spacers. And yeah, guys, that's all I have for you for now. I will post updates on this build. I will post installation videos on the center diff as well when I do get it in. And I will be taking you guys step by step on this journey with this Slash, and I hope you guys follow, and I hope you guys like what I'm doing. And if you don't, then you don't. It is what it is. It's not for everybody. But that's all I have for now. Till next time, guys. If you stayed through the whole video, please hit the like button. You don't have to subscribe if you don't want to, but if you stayed through this whole video, please hit the like. It means the world to me, and it doesn't cost you a thing. And regardless of what you do, I appreciate you stopping by and just looking in and appreciating what I have to bring to the table. So with that being said, guys, please hit the like, subscribe, share. If you like what you see, let me know in the comments. All right, if you have any questions on the platform, also let me know in the comments, and I'll be glad to answer whatever questions you have. And guys, stay warm, stay safe. All right, and as always, peace, love, and God bless. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Later.